In this problem, we want to graph the solution set of the system of inequalities or indicate that there is no system. So I'm going to start with x squared plus y squared is less than or equal to 16. This is a circle where the center is at 0, 0, and the radius is 4. So I'm going to mark 4 units from 0, 0. And because it's less than or equal to, it's got the equal to in there, we're going to use a solid line. So do your best to make a nice curve. And there we go. Okay, so so that's my first inequality. And for right now, I'm not going to worry about where I would shade. I'm going to graph the other inequality first. So now I have y is greater than 3 to the power of x. Now, in this case, we have just greater than, so we're going to use a dashed line. And I can graph a couple of points that would be on the line. So if x is 0, y is 1. If x is 1, y would be 3. So I'm going to graph those points. And I'm going to make a dashed line. And we know this is a curve. And it approaches a horizontal asymptote. So we also have a horizontal asymptote here. Okay. Now we want to look at where we would shade. So, first of all, with my exponential function, I can't shade below the x-axis because none of those points would be in that inequality. We wouldn't be allowed to use that. So we're going to eliminate those immediately. Now, let's take a test point for our circle. I'm going to test the point 0, 0. And if I plug that in, I get 0 squared plus 0 squared is less than or equal to 16, which is true. So here's my test point. So that means I need to be inside the circle, and therefore I can't use this area, and I can't use this area because those are outside the circle. So rather than trying to check off where it could be, I'm going to eliminate where it can't be. So now I'm down to only 2 sections. I have this section here and this section here, and I need to choose one of those. So I'm going to take out that 0, 0 test point because I need a different test point for my exponential function. So I'm going to put in, a point where x is 0 and y is 2. Now let's try that. Is 2 greater than 3 to the 0 power? Yes, it is. So that means we can't use the other section. And now we're down to only one section. And this is where I would shade. And that's my final answer.